Hey everyone. So today we're going to be doing a corn mosaic. So corn mosaic comes from, what's this vegetable? The corn. And if you look at it, there's lots of different layers to the corn. This part that we peel, kind of like a banana, it's called the corn husks. This stringy part is called the corn silk. And then we have the corn cob. So Native Americans introduced this to us thousands of years ago, and it was also called maize or maize. And Native American tribes had rituals and ceremonies to plant the seeds and also to harvest all the corn. And they were wonderful at using every piece of the corn, from the stalk to the husks to the silk to the corn, the kernels, those are the individual pieces. Iroquois tribe used the corn husks to make bed mats, and Seneca tribes use them to make moccasins. So moccasins, you might have seen them, they're shoes. And normally when you think of moccasins, you think of those that are made out of animal skin, leather, but Seneca tribes made them out of corn husks. And corn husks, if you look at it right now, it's usually soft and silky and manageable, but once it dries, it becomes hard. You hear that sound? It becomes hard and crunchy. And lots of things are done with these, from baskets to weaving, and even dolls were made out of them. Let's look at some of the different corns. Look at this one. Now the corn husk is a different color. And look at the kernels. Look at all the different colors. Isn't that beautiful? Let's look at these over here. So normally the ones we see every day at the store is this one, right? It's either like a brighter yellow, what they call a white corn. And it's sweet and juicy and crunchy. And it's also used when it's ground up as what we know as grits. They would save it and store it for the winter months. So lots of different things were used for it. But today we're gonna make a mosaic. So a mosaic is artwork that's made out of lots of little pieces. And we are gonna make corn mosaic. So I've dyed all these different corns, although look at this. Doesn't this one look just like some of the ones here? So we did red. What color is that? Orange, yellow, green, blue, and we tried to make purple, but it's kind of like a brown. And then this one looks almost black, but it looks very much similar to the natural corn. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have our piece of paper and we're going to draw our design. Now you guys are going to do it in pencil, but I'm going to do it in Sharpie because it's going to be easier for you to see. And you can create your own design. Just don't make it too tricky, because remember, we're going to have to glue these itty bitty little corn kernels on your design. So I think I'm going to start with something simple, like a circle, maybe a swirl like that. And what else can I do? I think I'm going to do some triangles. So Native Americans used symbols with different shapes and lines. Let's see, what else can I do? I think I also want to do a border. Again, we don't want to make it too tiny and too tricky, because it might be a little hard for us to glue all the corn kernels on it. I think I want to do a couple wavy lines. And I think that's it. Now, a true mosaic, the whole thing would be covered with corn kernels, but we'll see how we are on time. So we need our glue brush, our glue pot, and so what you're gonna do is, remember, you're gonna take it, roll it so it doesn't drip, and then you're gonna paint over your line. And again, you guys will have yours in pencil, but I wanted you to be able to see what I'm doing. So once you have, and I would go ahead and paint over all your lines so that way you're ready to go. And then you can make a pattern with your colors. So what's a pattern that we know? An AB pattern. So we can do red and yellow, or we can do red, orange, yellow, or you can do any pattern you want, or you can just do a whole rainbow. It's totally up to you. So I'm gonna set this down and we're gonna pick our colors. And all we're gonna do is put them down, and we're gonna put them right next to each other. So that way, by putting them together, it starts to form the design that you created, the line, the shape that you created. If we put a lot of space in between, then we lose the design that you were trying to make. See, so right here, you can see the triangle that I outlined. Now, you want to make sure when you guys are doing this, leave it flat on your table, because if you try to lift it now, it's still loose, so it might just slide down. All right? So I'm going to keep on working on mine. You keep on working on yours, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. Bye, guys.